Welcome into the Mount Prospect Ice Arena. My name is Joe Williamson alongside Aaron Schellen. This is your Nihil Central State game of the week on Stream Sports Midwest. And we've got the Chesterfield Falcons and the Northwest Chargers. And Aaron, when you look at these two teams, the difference from a point perspective is 8-2. Chesterfield is fourth in the standings, but if you take a look at how those games have been won, the Chargers have scored almost half of their goals on the season on the power play, and the Falcons have gotten into a lot of foul trouble. So there is some opportunity here for the Chargers to make this a close game, and that would be scoring a couple of power play goals.
The Chargers just 1-4 on the season, but they have the best power play in the division, a power play of at almost 40%. So they are pretty lethal when they get the man advantage. So the Chesterfield Falcons will have to be careful and stay out of that penalty box here this morning.
The Falcons with a +5 goal differential and a -9 for the Chargers, so both teams kind of right in that middle ground. We're still awaiting the starting goalies. We'll get those to you in just a second. Falcons and Chargers getting ready for a nice early Saturday morning game. I
love these morning hockey games. I haven't always been a morning person. I think like most kids when I was growing up, I want to sleep in, I want to sleep late. But as I've gotten older, I got 4 kids. I'm up at this time. Right. I'm up at 7:30 every day anyway. So may as well call some hockey if I'm going to be awake, right?
Absolutely. It's the right time of the year for that too.
Certainly is, and it's starting to feel like it finally as well.
Some sweater weather we got going on.
Got the hoodie, and you got the beanie on. You got the beanie on. I got the jacket over the hoodie. Yeah, it's definitely hockey weather. When we started this year doing Central States, our first game was in Rosemont, I think, and it was 90 degrees outside, and it's certainly not hockey weather.
Yeah, no. Clock is run down. We're waiting for teams to finish up their pregame warm-ups here.
A couple goalies on each side. You got Nicholas Petrin-Costa and Nathaniel Cantillon for the Chargers, and then Carson Orzel and Dylan McKim for the Falcons. And we'll see who leads their team out on the ice. I am only seeing...
Yeah, we see one dressed goalie.
I only see one
Chargers.
Dressed goalie, yeah. I see Petrin-Costa for the goal for the Chargers.
And it seems like we got Dylan McKim maybe in net.
Goalie hug.
I love it.
We got a goalie hug.
Yeah, Dylan McKim is going to be in net for the Falcons here this morning. And McKim on the season so far, he's played 4 games. He's got a save percentage just over 900, 2.34 goals allowed per game. The goalie's pretty even for the Falcons. Both kids have had great seasons so far. And then for the Chargers, looking at those goalie numbers, Cantillon 3 games so far on the season, save percentage right at 900. He's 1-2.
Petrin-Costa is making his third start.
Also 900, so again, even numbers. He is 0-2, so searching for that first win on the season. And
well, what that tells me, Joe, is that Petrin-Costa and Cantillon have been peppered in net. They both they all have about a 900 save percentage, but Petrin-Costa and Cantillon's goals against sit at about 4.5 this year.
You can tell a lot from the difference between the save percentage and the goals against per game. We are underway here from Mount Prospect Ice Arena, and the Falcons will win the opening faceoff and take it back into their own D zone. Up along the near side and across the blue line. First offensive push for the Falcons. Michael Cleaver takes it in to the offensive zone, looking for some help down in the far corner, and it's turned over and pushed out by the Chargers. Recovered once again by the Falcons, brought back in by Xander Mallon. Defenseman puts a shot on net, turned away. He's still got it far side near the corner, back behind the net, looking for some help out in front. And back towards the blue line, and it's pushed out, and a nice stop by Finn Bohm to avoid a 2-on-1 for the Chargers. And both teams making some changes. almost turned over at the blue line for the Chargers. They'll regather, and a nice look up ice, but recovered by the Falcons. Chase Parmeter shoots one high and almost knocked back into the goal by goaltender Nicholas Pentracosta.
Yeah, funny bounce off that back wall.
They're still in the offensive zone for the Falcons, but a little bit of a turnover and a shot from the blue line, kept away. Juicy rebound right in front and finally pushed away at the defense. It was Chase Kafka who finally cleared it, and it's going to go all the way down for an icing call against the Chargers. So some early pressure here for the Falcons.
Yeah, good first couple of shifts for the Chesterfield Falcons. You get into the offensive zone and pretty relentless keeping that puck in along the blue line and not letting the Chargers breathe, so they have to ice it, and now you get an offensive zone draw.
And that's kind of what you mentioned earlier, right? It seems like the Chargers have been just peppered in goals so far this season, and an early example of what that has looked like. The Chargers will get it out, and offsides called on the Falcons. That was Chase Parmeter trying to get it back in, but didn't have all of his teammates back across the blue line.
Yeah, the Chargers have some big numbers offensively from a couple of their players. Colby Anderson, James Morrissey, both with 6 goals and 5 goals respectively. The team's only played 6 goals, so they've got some weapons.
Yeah.
They just have to figure out how to do it 5-on-5.
And turned over by the Chargers, 3-on-2 if the Falcons hurry, and a nice stick on the defense there. And the Chargers come back the other way. Brought in by the captain Torres.
That was North Novak who broke up that 2-on-1, just got in the passing lane and used his stick to split it up.
Great placement there on defense, and now the Falcons will come the other way. A lucky hop right into the sweater of Owen Montgomery, and now I think we might get a...
We got just a save and a face-off.
Okay. Puck stopped. I saw a collision near the blue line. Thought we might have a penalty coming up.
Chargers took the shot from just inside the Falcons took the shot from just inside the blue line. Save was made by Petrin Costa. They get an offensive zone draw. It's never a bad idea when you're going for a change. See if you can get that offensive zone face-off.
Falcons will indeed win the face-off, and it's back behind the net. Near side up against the wall and turned over. Chargers trying to come the other way, and to no avail. Brought back in by Samuel Skilgen. Near corner, and a cross-ice pass right in front of the net, but nobody was home. Another shot from the blue line and a save by Pentracosta. Not much of a rebound there.
No, and that's important, right?
Yep.
I mean, when you have traffic around you, being able to control the puck and you control where that rebound goes is a big part of playing in goal, and he kept that right in front of him, deadened it, and be another offensive zone draw, but that's better than a rebound in the paint.
Falcons will win another offensive zone face-off, rather, and shot back behind the net once again. Most of the face-offs being controlled by Chesterfield so far. This one kept in at the blue line. Back around. They're playing a lot behind the net, trying to set something up in front. So far, they haven't gotten that golden opportunity.
And the Falcons have done a nice job at the point, just getting the puck and dumping it deep and letting your offense go in on that forecheck.
Chargers coming back the other way, outnumbered, and I think maybe an interference call. Now we had a stick held up.
Well, here you go.
The sweater of Madden Hottinger, and this is exactly what we were talking about.
Yep, early in the game, a penalty here on Hunter Ferguson. He'll go to the box.
I actually think we got one in for both
Oh, we got
teams.
one on each side, so matching minors, maybe a little something behind the play. But, so both teams will stay 5 to a side. It'll be Hunter Ferguson for the Falcons and Unshores.
Madden Hottinger for the Chargers. So neutral zone face-off in front of the Falcons bench. And the Falcons will regain possession of the puck in their defensive zone, kept in at the blue line.
Nice keep.
Nice keep there by Harry Wintringer. Falcons with the puck behind their own net now. And it'll come the other way. Far side dumped in, dump and chase for the Falcons around to the near side. And a big hit. That's going to draw a penalty, and Wintringer's going to the box.
Yeah, can't do that. Checking is legal, but when you can see their numbers, you got to lay off. And Wintringer went hard into, I think it was Michael Clever up against the near wall, and now the Chargers will be shorthanded. Good power play for the Falcons as well. 6 for 17 on the year, 35% on the power play.
Could be a big opening statement here for the Falcons, and already a party in the penalty box.
Yep, doesn't take long. Oh, that's a 2 and 10 then. That's a 2 and 10 since you got two guys in there.
Three Chargers in the box right now.
Yeah, so Wintringer will be out for a while. There's 2 minutes up on the board, but he won't be back when that 2 minutes runs out.
The Falcons on the power play, setting things up top, and a shot tipped wide, and a redirect right on net, which will come off of the posts. And we'll get a whistle here for the Chargers. A nice early save by Pentracosta.
Now holding that near post, and he slid hard back into that near post and just pushed the puck off, or pushed the net off its moorings, and accidentally on purpose to get a face-off.
And Michael Clever will push the face-off towards the corner. And Falcons are going to have a shot to score. Top corner, what a shot from Caden Skloss. Woof. That was a laser.
That went top corner near side. It ended up in that far corner, but that was a bullet by Schloss, and it's 1-0.
Yeah, and the problem for the Chargers there too was that there was just open ice between Schloss and the net. There was no white sweater in between him and the goalie, so plenty of time for him to find the exact shot that he wanted.
It's target practice, right?
Exactly.
It's you put those little, NHL skills competition, you put the little bullseyes in the corners, and that's really all it was. He just picked top corner and gave his team the lead.
So we're back to 5-on-5. Falcons have the lead early. And it's pushed back towards the Chargers' defensive zone. They'll try to regroup after giving up the power play goal. Falcons still with possession, though, right in front, and that one bounced off the stick there, and the Chargers come the other way with speed. Torres tries to force his way on net. That was a great effort by the Charger captain, and
Oklapek on the far post trying to shovel it over to him, just bounced over his stick.
Michael Clever takes it all the way back around, finds Cole Anderson behind the net. And Falcons just kind of trading places behind the Charger net there, trying to find something in front. And finally pushed out of the zone there by Owen Montgomery. Or rather, that was Lucas Oklapek for the Chargers. Falcons will come the other way. The Falcons will make a change. Chargers going to try and take advantage of it here. Numbers, but that one going to make it all the way through. No icing. Tipped, looks like, in the neutral zone. Hitting the corner, Falcons will bring it the other way. Some space on the far side for Matthew DeGuma. He will take a shot that zips over the net. And kept in. No, now pushed out by the Chargers. All the pressure early for the Falcons, who lead 1-0.
Big nasty hit.
Right at center ice, and Novak another hit as well. The Chargers getting physical here.
Aiden Ness steamrolling. That was Nash Eckert.
Covered up by Pentracosta.
In the neutral
That was
zone.
A huge hit. And another one immediately followed. So the Chargers trying to make a statement, get their team back in this game.
Yeah, I mean, hockey more than anything else is a sport where the momentum can flip based on the physicality, right? Like, you start throwing the body around, start, putting some guys into the boards, and you can really pick your team up.
That one shot wide left there. Nash Eckert from the blue line, and another one that squeaks out in front, and a nice stick, and a shot out of the zone, and this one up into the bleachers, so we'll get a whistle That was Connor Kreifeld who got it out of the zone for the Chargers. A shot on net that just went right to his stick.
And no netting along the side glass here in between the face-off dots on both sides. Right. And thankfully into the corner where nobody was harmed.
The Falcons control another face-off. And that one whiffed on by Kreifeld, so the Falcons will get an opportunity to set something up here in the offensive zone. And Torres makes another good play, and the Chargers push it out. Another shot blocked. Kreifeld again putting his body in the way. He's made a couple of blocks so far, and then a nice play in the corner to keep it moving along the boards. Classic board battle here. Try to regain possession.
Kreifeld doing it all defensively, using his body both as a weapon and as a shield.
And that puck has not moved for the last 30 seconds. Finally, the Chargers will get it out. And offsides called on the Northwest Chargers, who are down 1-0, but here in your Central State game of the week, they're starting to make some physical advancements here, playing pucks a little bit better in the defensive zone, not allowing the Falcons to get set up like they were early on.
Yeah, the single biggest problem right now that I think the Chargers are dealing with is their inability to win a draw. They win this one, but they have been they have lost almost every single faceoff so far, especially the ones in their own zone, and you can't do that all game and be playing on your heels most of the game.
Right, and turnovers in the defensive zone or the neutral zone, that can lead to more offensive time for the Falcons as well. So they're almost turned it over, but they'll come back at 3-on-1. Novak looking to the right side, a shot by Torres, and it just goes high. First real opportunity there, and now a 1-on-1. Breakaway, shoot, and scores!
Evan Holt.
Yeah, a puck that kind of got away from the Chargers there, and Evan Holt will bring it back for the second goal of the game for the Falcons.
Hey, you see how quickly the Falcons are able to turn defense into offense. The Chargers had a 3-on-1 down to our left. The shot missed the net, came around the near boards, found its way onto the stick of Holt in the neutral zone, and initially it looked like the save was made by Petrin Costa, but it did eventually just trickle in over the blue line and put his team up 2-0.
Falcons will win another center ice faceoff. And Chargers will keep it in the zone here, but not enough pressure to set anything up, and it's knocked out by the Falcons, who will bring it the other way. To the middle of the ice, another shot on goal. This one saved by Pentra Costa. That was Augie Bestie, who found himself wide open in the middle of the ice.
More good rebound control by Petrin Costa there. That shot into the lower abdomen, kept it in front of him and smothered it.
So we'll see if the Chargers can win a defensive zone face-off here, try to control the puck, and they can't. Found out again in center ice. Pentra Costa makes another good save off the shoulder there, lunging for it. Goal is wide open, and Pentra Costa laying on top of it. Now a little bit of extracurriculars involving the Charger goalie.
As our friend Eric Willowhite would say, he calls that a kerfuffle.
There you go.
Kerfuffle behind the net. Anytime the goalie gets involved, that's something. But
it looks like he lost the stick behind the net, and there was some poking going on, obviously.
Yeah, when the goalie comes out of the net, though, as much as Petrin Costa did there, you have to expect that you're going to get bumped. When you're behind the net as a goalie, down on all fours, you have to expect to get bumped. And
I think we are going to get a power play for the Chargers, though.
Yeah, it looks like we are.
Looks like Caden Schloss going to the box.
And now's that chance for the Chargers, the best power play in the league. They about 37%, 7 for 19 on the man advantage. They need one here.
Yep. Down 2-0 in the first, 7:21 left to play in the period, and you got to make a statement and get yourself back within one. Kept in at the blue line. North Novak down in the far corner, now behind the net. Torres on the near side, looking for help at the blue line. Anderson to the corner, set up, and a nice save by Dylan McKim. First time we've really called his name out today.
Yeah, McKim positioned well over by that far post. Bad angle shot.
Yep.
Pretty easy save.
You can already tell the Chargers just look much more comfortable on the power play.
Yeah, they certainly do.
Just how they were setting that play up. They'll win another draw here, and a good stick and maybe a one-on-one opportunity, but a nice defensive play by Anderson, and he just forces the puck back to the Chargers' hand.
That's a really nice hit. Clean hip check.
And then turned over back to Anderson, who makes a nice move to bring it into the offensive zone, and he'll go all the way back behind the net trying to set something up.
Team's leading scorer, Colby Anderson, 6 goals on the year, a couple of assists.
Novak will keep it in space down in front of the net and across the blue in front of the net and turned away by the Falcons.
Torres on that back doorstep. Just weren't able to connect on the pass.
Novak looking for Torres again, but cleared by the Falcons once more, and Novak will reset. Oklapek. He's got Torres and Anderson with him. Looking for Torres in front, and he scores!
There it is. We talked about this power play. That was a pretty feed from... Was that Oklapek?
I think it was Oklapek to Anderson.
Oklapek, was it Torres?
Rather,
yeah, it was Torres on that back doorstep. Oklapek, the hard crossing pass, found Jack Torres, and Torres picks up his 3rd goal of the year, and we said they needed a goal to get back into it. Well, they got that goal.
Absolutely, and just a beautiful feed right to the goal crease, tape to tape, and all Torres had to do was put the face of his stick right to the goal, and it went in. So Chargers are on the board. It's 2-1 here in the first, and covered up by Dylan McKim.
And maybe that gives them the burst of energy they need. I mean, you said it; they looked like a different team.
Absolutely.
With that skater advantage. So, maybe they get that energy boost here. Obviously, still plenty of time just in the first period.
And the Falcons will just dump this one out of the zone, and offside called on the Chargers. Yeah, it really did look like night and day for the Chargers on the power play. They were actually getting things set up in the offensive zone. They had a couple of good shot opportunities and obviously finally put that one in the back of the net.
And now 8 for 20 on the man advantage this season. That is an absurd rate.
Yeah, 40%. The Falcons bring it back in, and another shot from the blue line. Finn Boehm turned away by Pentracosta.
More good rebound control by Pentracosta. He directed that puck into the corner, and that helped his teammate work the puck out into the neutral zone.
And Finn Boehm will look for a pass down the ice and turned over in the neutral zone. And a nice forecheck there. Falcons will get possession of the puck. James Rafferty. Back to the blue line. Boehm again. He'll dump it down towards the corner. And kept in up against the boards by Xander Malone. And now the Chargers will look for some space along the near side, and Falcons again keeping the puck in that offensive zone, making it difficult for the Chargers to really set anything up.
Yeah, they're doing a good job at the points,
yeah,
just getting the puck and just dumping it back deep.
And not allowing it to come out of the zone either.
And they're not trying to do too much with it at the point either. When they get the puck back there, they're content with just throwing it down the wall and getting it below the goal line.
And back at the blue line, tipped in front. I don't know if Pentracosta ever saw that one.
He was drifting to his right, and that shot came back by the near post.
And Connor Criffield will send it all the way down for an icing call. And the Falcons will get another offensive zone draw.
Release that pressure just a little bit.
Give your guys a break. Now we'll see Colby Anderson back out on the ice. He's been active here in the first period.
Harry Wintrigger still in the penalty box. He's dealing with that 2 and 10. I think he comes out of the box with about 10 seconds left in the period, I believe, roughly.
And an opportunity right in front of the net. That puck kind of accidentally kicked back towards the goalpost, and a save by Pentracosta.
It was off of North Novak, his defenseman, off his leg.
Owen Montgomery for the Falcons found himself with the puck right in front of the net there, and the Chargers going to dump it the other way, and that's going to be icing again.
Lucas Siena had some space.
Yeah.
I think he was trying for one of those indirect self passes off the boards and just got a little too much on it and threw it the length of the ice.
Those are tough because you don't want to put too much on it that you end up with an icing call, but you also don't want to put not enough on it so that you turn the puck over.
Right.
Another shot from the blue line. Pentracosta saw this one, maybe got the tip of his glove on it, and it goes wide right. But kept in again at the points by Owen Montgomery. And this is what the Falcons have done all game. Puck almost comes out, they'll dump it back in. And finally, some open ice for Chase Kafka, who will come the other way, looking for help at center ice. He doesn't get it, and now a 2-on-1, and a nice play by Pentracosta to come out and just get the puck away from the two charging Falcons. And Chargers will come the other way, and a nice defensive play by Nash Eckert to steer that one right.
And a shot off of the stick of Lucas Siena was deflected by the defenseman.
And here comes Eckert into the zone near side. Looking for help, Lewis Gahn. And a bouncing puck and a hit against the boards behind the net. Falcons still have possession.
Gahn's a name we haven't talked much about yet. Leads the team in scoring this year. 4 goals, 4 assists so far. It's the first time you mentioned his name.
Squeak over the stick of Cole Bilby and out of the zone, and we will have a offsides. It's a 2-1. The Chargers have looked a little bit more comfortable on defense since that power play goal. Still a lot of offensive zone time for the Falcons, though, just dumping the puck back in.
Possession has been to our right almost the entirety of this period except for that power play.
I think if you're the Chargers, if you can escape these last 2 minutes and 36 seconds with a 1-goal game, I think you feel good about coming back into the second period, trying to even things up. Got off to a rough start, but they've kept it close since. And this one all the way down, but right on net, and it'll just be covered up by Dylan McKim, and the Chargers will get an offensive zone face-off. Jack Torres, the goal scorer on the power play.
It's his 3rd goal of the year. The Chargers only have 4 players with goals this year. Colby Anderson, Lucas Oklapek, James Morrissey, and Jack Torres with 3. Those are the only 4 goal scorers for the Chargers this year.
And that'll be offsides on the Chargers as well. And we mentioned how many of those goals have been scored on the power play too, so you can tell those guys have been active on the power play and had a lot of opportunities.
8 of the team's 17 total goals have come on the man advantage.
And tipped back in and recovered by the Falcons. So again, some late pressure here by the Chargers. And the Falcons now come the other way, dumped on net, and an extra little tip there right in front of the net by Samuel Skilgen. And a nice save by Pentracosta. The Chargers get it back into the zone, and a big hit right at the face-off dot. Oklapek will find the captain, Torres. Comes in by himself, and a shot maybe off a stick goes high off the glass. The Falcons bring it the other way. Caden Schloss, and a nice stick. That was a great play, allowing Haim to come back the other way. I think that was, once again, Connor Criffield got a good stick on it in the defensive zone.
It picked his pocket.
Yep. Anytime you can just completely stop that rush right to the net with a good poke. Chargers regained possession, and now they'll set things up. Novak, a shot on net, steered wide by the stick of McKim. Just over a minute remaining in the first period, and a big hit.
Hottinger and Bestie went into each other, and Bestie got the best of it.
See what you did there.
I didn't intend to. That's just where it ended up.
The Falcons will bring it back the other way, and a great call off sides there on Caden Schloss. Couldn't hold the right skate.
That last little move, he cut from his left back to his right, tried to go outside a little bit more, and that put his line mates in offsides.
1 minute and 1 second left in the period. The Falcons lead the Chargers 2-1. Both teams with a power play goal. Falcons with the 5-on-5 goal to get the scoring started. And another stick there, a blocked shot. Lucas Oklapek. No, rather, that was Samuel Kozlowski. And the Chargers won't be able to get it out, kept in once again at the blue line by Finn Boehm. And tried the give and go there, but was held up. Was James Rafferty, couldn't get the puck back. Falcons setting up again. Boehm with time, and a nice stick there at the blue line. Coming the other way is Torres. He's got a break, finds some help, but an awkward slot there for Harry Wintringer, and he is not able to get the shot on net.
And it was good back check work by the Falcons as well to get back on Torres, who looked like he might have a little bit of space, but then two black jerseys converged on him.
Rafferty goes for the hit, but falls down as Kerfield just kind of stands there against the boards, and the puck will get held up there, and that'll end the period 2-1. The Falcons went up 2-0, but a power play goal for the Chargers got them right back in it. We'll be back in just a minute with some second period action here in your Central State Game of the Week from Mount Prospect Ice Arena. Some second period action, 2-1, the Falcons lead, and the Chargers win the opening draw to start the second period. Once again, your goal scorers in the first for the Falcons, Caden Schloss and Evan Holt. The Chargers scored the power play goal, Jack Torres, on a great pass right to the goal crease, and the Falcons bring it the other way, but turned over. And a reminder that they will scrape the ice after 8 minutes of the second period, so we'll get a split second period for you here from Mount Prospect Ice Arena.
Puck into the bench. But yeah, I mean, we talked about the number of shots that these Chargers goalies have faced. Well, Nicholas Petrin-Costa faced 14 shots in the first 15 or 16 minutes of this game.
Yeah.
He stopped 12 of them, so just goes to show that you can't really look at that goals against average a lot. It's more the save percentage that you want to be looking at, and at this level, anything over 900, I think, is pretty darn good.
Fantastic, yeah. And the Chargers will try to push the puck out. The Falcons will keep it in, near side in the corner. Samuel Skilgen trying to find some help, and the puck hits the rafters.
Up into the rafters. There are pucks up there. If you look, there's some that are stuck along the rafters. Yeah.
It makes sense. It's not the tallest ceiling.
They'll be up there forever.
Oh, yeah.
Forever.
Nobody's getting those down.
No.
Unless you get like an earthquake or something, which around these parts,
not a lot of
happening.
earthquakes in Arlington Heights. That doesn't happen a whole lot.
And the Chargers will win the draw, and back behind the net is Samuel Kozlowski, and he'll look for some help in the corner. And I think we're going to get a tripping call. Maybe nope.
Offsides. The offsides arm was up.
Falcons back, and we'll turn it over. Kozlowski again up to center ice. Puck back and forth right at the blue line. Nobody gaining real possession. Finally, the Falcons will set up in their own zone. Evan Holtz looking behind the net. Got Bohm. Bohm looking up ice, and a nice positioning there by Chase Kafka to keep it in and dump it back in for the Chargers. And the Chargers caught in a change, and now a breakaway for Evan Holtz. He'll put it in front of the net, and some good defense there from the Chargers to finally get back in time. They got caught up in that change. Now Anderson coming the other way at a good stick lift by Matthew DeGuma. Right in front of the net, and a point-blank save. Dylan McKim, great reflexes.
Yeah, the first was on the stick of Colby Anderson. The second was off the stick of Emmett Klukas, and Klukas was right at that near post on the backhand, and McKim did a nice job tracking both pucks, keeping it 2-1.
Yeah, somehow the Chargers found themselves with a point-blank shot right at center ice, and a great save by Dylan McKim keeps this a one-goal game. Falcons will win the defensive zone draw, and they'll bring it the other way. Hunter Ferguson, he'll look for help in the middle, and the puck off of the stick of Augie Bestie.
He was right out in front all alone. Two black jerseys right out in front of Petrin-Costa.
Kept in at the blue line. DeGuma gets it in deep. Finds Schloss. Back out to the blue line again, and pushed away from the net by Petrin-Costa, and all the way down for an icing against the Chargers.
But again, Petrin-Costa doing a nice job controlling the rebound there. That puck stuck to his left pad, bounced out a little bit, but he had the wherewithal to shovel it forward.
Yeah, nobody out in front, and I think that's where the Chargers were doing a good job. There were no black sweaters right in front of the net, so that allowed Petrin-Costa to have the space to push it away. Chargers win the draw, but turn it right over, and we're back to the corner. Ferguson looking for help in the corner. He won't get it. It's pushed back out towards the point, and Torres will bring it the other way. Torres with some speed, and he'll bring it all the way down and put it right back in front of the net. And Heim is turned away, but a rebound, and it's turned away again. McKim in front, puck scrapes away.
Heim was
My goodness.
alone, just couldn't control the puck. He had a wide open net.
A couple of pucks that just kind of found their way right in front of the net. And McKim, a couple of great saves there. And now the Falcons bringing it the other way.
Off the outside of the post,
of the net there.
Thought I heard the thud of a post.
Maybe got a little bit of post there too, right in front. Another save, and the rebound, he scores.
That was clever on the rebound, following his own shot. there, Joe. First time got turned aside by Petrin Costa, and then the second attempt went up over that right shoulder of the Chargers goalkeeper, and it's 3-1.
Yeah, Michael Clever, he got his own rebound, and there was only so much Petrin Costa could do. Literally went right to the stick of Clever off the pads, and they'll go high slot. Falcons lead 3-1. Right over that right shoulder of Petrin Costa, and that's where Schloss beat him in the first as well. The Falcons have scored twice in the exact same spot. And they'll...
And Joe, for the second time today, the Chargers have a point-blank opportunity down at one end of the ice.
Yeah.
And then the Falcons go and turn defense into offense and pick up a goal at the other end.
Oklapek might have had an opportunity there, but he can't get full possession of the puck, and it's back out the other way. Good pressure there by Oklapek to try and give his defenseman some time to change. And now Anderson back up against the boards. Kafka can't get it into the offensive zone. Oklapek once again, he'll shoot it in. And the Chargers will look for a change. Falcons can't get it out, kept in by Kafka. And now coming the other way, but a good stick by Torres. And Anderson is right there. No, that's Novak. Novak and Torres in. Some good forechecking here for the Chargers. Haven't allowed the Falcons to really get anything set up, as we're less than 3 minutes away from our midway break. Anderson in by himself, looking for help in front of the net. And the puck bouncing around, but nothing materializes for the Chargers, and it's all the way down for an icing call against the Falcons.
Colby Anderson and Jack Torres, nice job down here to our right, trying to set something up. Anderson, a little drop pass to Torres, but knocked away from him before he could do anything with it. Those shots have evened up a bit. It was 14-6 when the second period started. It's now 19-12, so a bit more even play here in the second period, even though the Falcons have extended that lead.
Puck right in front of the net, but the Chargers will turn it over. Falcons look to come the other way, and they'll finally get some free space behind the net. Puck's been on our right side for the last couple of minutes. Torres, a nice play, and he'll put one on net, but turned away by the right pad of McKim.
A defense into offense by Torres right there.
Anderson looks for Torres right in front. He can't find him. And Anderson still with the puck, looking for space in front, and a left pad save and covered up by McKim. A good look for the Chargers, but McKim stands strong.
It's a nice play from the point by Samuel Kozlowski. Just threw it towards the net. It hit that right pad of McKim, and the Chargers had the guy you want out in front of the net. Colby Anderson, the team's leading goal scorer, was 6 on the year. He was just turned away by Dylan McKim.
Kozlowski, just 1 point on the season, an assist, but he had a good opportunity there for his first goal of the year. The Falcons will bring it the other way. Bohm out to Holt, dumped back in by the Chargers. And the start of this second period has felt a lot different, as a nice move there by Holt to bring it in. He'll put it right in front for Skilgen, who can't get a clean shot off.
Yeah, a little toe drag by Evan Holt there to get himself the space he needed, and Skilgen just not able to finish on the back door.
And a couple of guys going at it in the corner. The Chargers come away with the puck. Nice pass to the middle of the ice, and an attempted shot on net by Kafka, but it goes wide right. And that's a couple of sliding players down behind the net, kept in by Hasias. Shot on net is tipped off the shin pad, it looked like, of Evan Holt.
I think it looked a little worse than it was, Joe, because one of the Falcons was going down already and got buried against that back wall.
Malone will get it out for the Falcons. Chargers will regroup And coming back the other way, almost an offsides call, but a good move by Holt, and there is the offsides with
Stop
just over
the clock.
50 seconds left.
There we go.
I was waiting for the time to stop so I could give you an accurate.
Ran a second or two off.
50.6 on the clock. 3-1. Falcons have added one here in the second. Neutral zone faceoff is won by the Chargers, but taken over by the Falcons, and Ferguson will have to regroup at the line. It's dumped in. Falcons will chase. Schloss looking for space behind the net, but it's held up in the corner, and now the Chargers will come the other way. Torres looking for Anderson. That's going to be offsides. Anderson came in with the puck behind him.
And put himself offsides. He spun around and went into the offensive zone backwards.
25 seconds left before we get our break. 3-1. And the neutral zone faceoff won by the Chargers. Anderson looks to get a shot off from the point, but tipped by Finn oh boy, I don't know if I've said that one yet today. Geohagen?
Sure.
That's what we'll go with.
We have no pronunciation, so that's what you'll get. Geohagen. It's fun when they catch you, though, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. The ones they're not expecting are the best ones. Right in front of the net, and Torres couldn't get the backhand shot off. And with 5 seconds left, bringing it the other way is Ferguson. And he did the right thing, just shot it on net to try and find the back of the net before the buzzer. We are halfway through this one with the Chargers trailing the Falcons 3-1. We're back on Stream Sports Midwest, your Central State game of the week between the Northwest Chargers and Chesterfield Falcons. The halfway point, it's 3-1. The Falcons lead. Your goal scorers are Caden Schloss, Evan Holt, and Michael Clever. And on the other side, Jack Torres, the power play goal in the first period for the Chargers. And the Falcons will control the opening draw at the halfway mark, and we're back underway.
That first 8 minutes of the second period, the Chargers looked a little more comfortable offensively. They fell behind further.
And Torres all the way to the face-off dot on the near side, got a shot off. The Chargers, the first shot on net of the period. That one off the stick of Lewis Gahn, and he won't be able to get a clean shot on net.
That
Chargers bring it the other way.
Shot from Torres just missed that far post.
Late 3-on-2 materializing for the Chargers, and now a pass right back to the point and fanned on by Criffield. And that one's going to go in?
Did that go in? No, it's stuck under the left.
Wow.
It's stuck under the left pad of McKim, but that was going 5-hole.
Yeah, I thought the Chargers might have gotten away with one there. McKim does stop it right at the line.
Yeah, they put the goal up on the scoreboard, but it is no goal. Wishful thinking by the folks in the penalty box. It is still 3-1. I see them over there scrambling to fix it.
There we go. And the Falcons will dump it all the way down, but it's going to be no ice, so it is going to be icing.
The Chargers have kind of picked up right where they left off in that first half of the second period.
Yeah.
They look more comfortable, more confident offensively. Got to find a way, though, to beat Dylan McKim 5-on-5.
And you wonder if maybe he's a little bit kind of bouncing around on his toes there after that last one almost snuck through. As the Falcons try to get it out, but stopped right in front of the net. It was Cole Bilby, and the Falcons will bring it the other way. All the way behind the net by Gio Hagen. Looking for help at the point, tipped by the stick of Anderson into the corner. Side coming the other way, picked up against the boards by Anderson. 2-on-1, Anderson is going to put it right in front of the net late. Good defense, and now we got some roughhousing in front of the net here. Yeah, that's going to be a penalty.
And one of the Chargers players, he wasn't doing anything.
No,
he was just
in front of the net.
He was laying down in front of the net.
I think he might have accidentally slid into McKim pretty lightly, and maybe the Falcons took exception to that. Looks like it'll be Nash Eckert going to the box.
But just going back to that 2-on-1, we're gonna have matching minors here. I'm not really sure.
I don't know why Hottinger's going to the box.
Yeah, he's in the box. But that 2-on-1 for the Chargers, the Falcons defender went down to his belly, and it forced Torres down really deep, and he wasn't able to make a clean pass. So
it didn't really have a good shot either. He didn't have a choice but to keep it on his stick. As the coaches are going to get an explanation here for...
Yeah, the Chargers coach, I think, is saying the same thing that we were saying. Hottinger was down on his belly. He wasn't doing anything other than getting hit.
Yeah.
And he's in the box as well, so we'll still skate 5 to a side here.
Matching penalties here.
No.
Oh, no, not, wait. Oh, okay, we were just waiting for
we were waiting for the Falcons.
I thought we might have had a 5-on-2 there. That would have been
we were waiting on the Falcons to actually make their way out onto the ice.
Probably would have been a short-lived 5-on-2 is my guess. But we are back to 5-on-5, and now another explanation needed.
I think now the conversation is, why do the Falcons get to make the last change?
Yeah.
With the Chargers being the home team, they should get the last change.
Chargers win the face-off in the offensive zone. Torres behind the net. It's picked up by Kafka. Back at the point, knocked away on defense. Kept in by the Chargers. A good effort by Matthew DeGuma. He goes behind the net looking for some help. That's Hunter Ferguson who gets it out but turned away. Chargers will set up back in their own zone.
That bounced the wrong way. Yeah, that just hit the boards and bounced backwards.
And off the post on the right side. Good shot by Caden Schloss. Went glove side, just couldn't get it to go. And Ness can't get it out of the zone. Finally, shot back on net and just going to be covered up by McKim.
Looking for Torres on that long pass, but just a little too much mustard on it.
3-1, 5:20 left in the second. Couple of matching penalties. We still got 5-on-5. Both teams have played some pretty physical hockey as a shot steered right by a stick in the Falcons zone. The Chargers will keep it in. Oklapek, and now it's back out. Oklapek fighting forward against the boards with Samuel Hine. And now kept out again by the Falcons. Come the other way, Michael Clever. He's got some help in the middle, Anderson, but they won't get it out of the corner, and it's steered wide again. Anderson, he's getting that stick in on defense. Made a couple of big plays already today. Shot out by the Chargers. Falcons will regroup. And a big hit at the blue line. Anderson once again. And it's turned over by the Falcons. Anderson will bring it in. Got help, but it's behind him. And the Falcons trying to dump it back out. Hit in front of the boards, or rather in front of the Chargers bench.
Criffield did a nice job taking the hit at that far point to keep the puck in. He knew he was going to get run over, but stayed strong and played that puck in deep to try to continue that pressure.
No icing, and the puck back out to center ice. And brought back in by Xander Malone. He's got help. And looking in front, a nice save by Petra Costa.
And then used his stick to sweep it into the corner.
Owen Montgomery. And Montgomery back in, tries to go to the backhand. And can't get it to go again. Now Boehm comes the other way. And that one tipped wide and over the net by Criffield. Chargers get it out. Falcons will have to get back on sides. And they do that, but off the stick of Gahn, and once again, Falcons back into their own zone. A couple of quick breaks, but they haven't really set up like they've wanted. We'll get off sides. The neutral zone face-off. 3 minutes left in the second period. Oklapek will take the face-off against Lewis Gahn for the Falcons, and Gahn wins it. Chargers will turn it over, but a nice regroup there. North Novak got his stick in.
A little stick
and right in front now, and maybe a couple of extra touches there. And it's turned over. Ness coming back the other way, looking in front for Heim. Nothing open. Tips right back on net and covered up by McKim. Chargers a couple of extra opportunities here as the second winds down.
Yeah, nothing doing for Heim. He got knocked down as he was cutting in between the circles trying to take that pass. We talked about the physical play. It's continued here into the second.
It does feel kind of more even as far as the offensive opportunities, though, for both teams. We've seen some quick breaks on both ends. Neither team has really set anything up since the break. And now the Chargers right back in front. Anderson, and a shot save. Glove side and right into the chest again of McKim. He gets a save on Torres. Man, those two have been all over it today for the Chargers. Anderson and Torres, and McKim standing on his head there to make two great saves.
Yeah, this is the line. It's been Anderson and Torres who have provided the overwhelming majority of the offense for the Chargers so far this morning. And Torres picked up a goal on the power play earlier. That was probably their best opportunity, 5-on-5. Both Anderson and Torres with opportunities right in on goal, and McKim forced to make a couple of big saves.
And they'll both go off now. Oklopek will take the face-off in the offensive zone. No, he will not. He's kicked out. Ness will take it now. And the face-off is won by the Falcons. Zipped out by Geohagen, but kept in. And a glove save tipped off the top of the glove by McKim.
Ooh, the door came open in that corner. That's dangerous. Wow.
And you don't want anybody falling through on a hit there.
It's not the Zamboni door. It's the opposite corner. But, yeah, that door just popped open on that hit down there. You got to be really careful.
The 2 minutes left in the second period. Falcons lead by 2. And we'll get Anderson and Torres back on the ice for the Chargers, who, much like the first period, will try to get this back to a 1-goal game with just about 2 minutes remaining.
Another awkward bounce off the boards.
Anderson in deep in the corner. That one shot by Sienna back behind the net and out. And back all the way down, chased down by Nicholas Sienna. Of course, the Sienna brothers both playing for the Chargers. And a shot from the point, tipped again by Anderson. It seems like he's gotten a skate or a stick on every shot out there today.
You're going to be able to play both ways, offensively and defensively.
Behind the net, looking for some help. DeGuma, and shot wide. And a big hit up right in front of the Falcons bench.
It's Criffield again.
Yeah.
It's been right in the middle of a lot of the physicality here in this one today.
And now maybe Schloss, another opportunity. He's got help on the right side, and a whiff by Cole Anderson.
It's a hot pass.
Yeah, hot pass right in front of the net and wide open. Anderson just couldn't get a stick on it. That one a right pad save by Petra Costa, who hasn't been as busy here in the second. That's another big hit.
This is probably
Anderson,
probably the best shift of the period for the Falcons right here.
Once again, Anderson just sacrificing the body at the point. Oof. And that's going to draw a penalty. Yeah.
Cole Anderson went stick high on Nicholas Sienna.
That one's not going to fly.
No, man. Sienna had hit Anderson earlier in the shift, and Anderson had an opportunity to give as good as he got, but he got that stick up. And the Chargers have a power play.
Maybe with a little bit less time, but this is exactly the situation that we saw unfold at the end of the first. Chargers down by 2. They get the power play. We know how strong the power play is. Maybe an opportunity for once again them to make it a 1-goal game as the period comes to a close.
And now 8 for 20 on the power play this season are the Chargers.
Oklopek will win the face-off. Looking for Heim. Back down to Hottinger. Hottinger, give and go, right back out in front. Oklopek couldn't get it to go. It's kept in by Hottinger and spun wide by Malone. Back behind the net. Chargers trying to set something up. And a shot from the face-off dot and a great save by McKim, who will just sit on it.
Literally.
4.4 seconds left.
And you just see the Chargers, they're very, we talked about this in the first, they're very comfortable on the man advantage. A lot of times you'll see teams maybe panic a little bit with the man advantage, trying to get those shots in on goal, but the Chargers very comfortable, very confident. They take their time, and you can see why it's as good as it is.
You can see Heim and Hottinger trying to set things up behind the net, and the period will come to a close. Still a 3-1 lead for the Falcons, but the Chargers will have about 90 seconds of power play when we come back for the third here on Stream Sports Midwest, your Central State game of the week. 3-1 Falcons lead. third period action. Chargers trail the Falcons by 2 here on Stream Sports Midwest. My name is Joe Williamson, Aaron Shallon. We're taking you through the last period of this Central State game of the week. And remember, the Chargers on the power play to start the period. They'll have about 90 seconds. Anderson brings it in. Novak, he'll have a wide open shot and a rebound, and Novak will take another shot. A couple of saves by McKim, and the Falcons will shoot it down.
And we talked about the improved play of the Chargers in that second period. They were outshot 14-6 in the first period. They are now outshooting the Falcons 24-23. So what's that quick math? That's 18-6 in the last period plus in favor of the Chargers.
Anderson brings it back the other way. Torres now controlling it against the boards, looking for Anderson, and then tapped down the ice by Malone, and now potentially an opportunity for Skilgen, and Anderson putting his body on the line. Not an easy shot for Skilgen. He can't get it off. It's almost a shorthanded opportunity there for the Falcons, and that'll go all the way down for icing.
You never want to ice it on the man advantage.
No.
This Chesterfield team, we talked about how good this power play has been for the Chargers this year. The Falcons penalty kill, 18 for 20 coming into play today, so 90% on the PK. That's pretty darn good as well, and they're 11 seconds away from killing this one off.
Chargers took advantage of them the first time, and a great stick there in the neutral zone by James Rafferty. And now a 2-on-1, and a shot save. Looks like maybe off the sleeve of Petra Costa on the stick side. Saves the 2-on-1.
Clever at a wide open net on the near side. The puck bounced out to Rafferty at the far post. He had a wide open goal on the far side and couldn't tuck it back in that far post.
And you can see Kozlowski, it's Kozlowski out there kind of just talking to his goalie, being like, hey, sorry that happened, we got you. So we're back to even strength. Falcons almost scored on a 2-on-1, and the Chargers going to have to regroup here after not converting on the power play. That puck out in front, back to the point, and shot wide right by Chase Parmeter. And now the Chargers try to bring it the other way. Lucas Siena is turned away in the neutral zone. And oh my goodness, shot and score, Patrick. Oh, rather, that's Cole Bilby.
Yeah, that was a roof job by number 16 in black.
Brought it all the way back from the neutral zone and just found a pathway right to the net. And that is the third goal scored by the Falcons that just went top shelf right over the right shoulder of Nicholas Pentracosta in goal, and a 4-1 lead for the Falcons.
You can't really blame Pentracosta for any of those. Those are absolute, though, especially the first goal and then that one there by Bilby. Those were snipes.
Yeah. Well, the Falcons will win the the center ice draw, and covered up by Pentracosta.
And right when as soon as I said the Chargers were out shooting the Falcons 24-23, the Falcons have put 6 shots on goal in the last about 90 seconds.
And you can start to feel the energy shifting back in favor of the Falcons.
Yeah, that was a huge goal. I mean, for obvious reasons, but obviously instead of being a 2-goal game with the momentum going the way of the Chargers, it's now a 3-goal game.
Here comes Anderson back in, and he goes maybe off a stick or a post there on the net.
That hits something for sure, yeah.
And up into the netting, we'll get a whistle. Anderson brought that one all the way back down by himself. Couldn't get an easy shot on net, had a tough angle. And now an offensive zone face-off for the Chargers, who need to answer back right away.
And quickly, there's still time, 13 minutes and change left in the third, but you got to get one here soon.
And Torres will take the face-off, kicks it back out to the point. And Hasius can't get it back down low, but it is kept in and pushed right in front of the net and turned over. Falcons bring it the other way. Outnumbered, waiting for the trailer. They'll get it. And turned away by the Chargers.
Torres, so good.
Fighting for that puck. He'll regain possession in the offensive zone. That puck scored it right out in front of the net. And a nice opportunity for Emmett Klukas, who couldn't get a good stick on it and covered up by Dylan McKim.
Jack Torres made that play. Going through a couple of black jerseys, just kept moving forward, and then an attempted clear by the Falcons, or they didn't get much on it. Good opportunity to get back within a couple, but McKim keeps him out of the net.
Anderson against Skilgen for the face-off. Anderson wins it. A shot blocked in front.
He had a pile of bodies.
Yeah, that was Nash Eckert for the Falcons. Kept in the zone and finally pushed out. It's brought out by Evan Holt. Chargers looking to get some more sustained offensive pressure. Wintringer can't keep it in the zone.
There's something about this right side of the ice. This is where almost all of the offense, now it's down to our left, but in that first period and in the third period, it was all Falcons to the right side. Second period, it was all Chargers to the right side.
Anderson wide right. And kept in by Lucas Oklopek.
Good shift by the Chargers, but they got to get something going towards the goal.
Anderson did put a shot on net that went wide right, and now the Falcons bringing it back the other way, and Skilgen just waiting for that one-timer, but he never got it. Anderson to the middle of the ice. Wintringer has got help on the right side. Instead elects to take the shot, and it's turned away by McKim.
I'm watching behind the play. Anderson got a stick up high, no call. He looks to be in some discomfort.
The other way comes Lewis Gahn, but a nice defensive effort by Kozlowski turns him away behind the net.
Anderson took that stick in his neck, and he's all right over on the bench, but you can see he looks pretty frustrated. There was no call behind the play, and when you're down 3 and you get roughed up like that and you don't feel like you're getting any help from the stripes, it's frustrating.
We'll still play 5-on-5. Pentracosta has stopped 26 of 30. And 26 of 27 on the other end for McKim.
And we've seen good goaltending on both sides, which isn't a surprise given when we talked about the save percentages before the game. We knew we were going to see some good goaltending.
Smart play by the Chargers there to stay onside. That was Chase Kafka. And the puck will come out and all the way down. No icing, though. Nicholas Sienna looking for some help, and he's got Kafka, who will look for Hottinger. Hottinger to Torres. Torres in on net, tries for the backhand, and a good defensive play by Boehm.
Torres has been really impressive for the Northwest Chargers this morning.
Kafka looks for the right side. Yeah, Torres has had a couple of opportunities to go in all by himself, and then, of course, had that beautiful pass right to his stick in front of the goal on the power play. And another shot on net. That was Oklopek and almost redirected there. That would have been a tough save for McKim to make.
Two Chargers sticks right out in front.
Falcons looking to come the other way. They really are pounding that space right above the right shoulder of Pentracosta, as now the Chargers on the other side. Novak, he's got Oklopek right there at the face-off dot. Oklopek whiffs on it, though.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen him slow down. You don't need to hammer the one-timer.
Novak shoots and scores right through the 5-hole.
Well, there you go. You get that goal. I was just about to say I would have liked to have seen Oklopek slow it down a little bit, control the puck on his stick, and then take the shot, but the Chargers kept coming, and they got themselves back within 2 here at 4-2.
And North Novak, somehow, I think he may have had the rebound just go right to his stick. Did not hesitate, went right to the middle of the net, and just like that, with 9:22 left, the Chargers getting themselves right back in this one.
It's Novak's first goal of the year.
And when you get some help from some of the guys who aren't your top scorers, it feels like you can force your way back into the game. Now the Falcons got to make sure they're not playing on their heels here and allowing the Chargers to just get shot opportunity after shot opportunity. This one, a little bit of a rebound off the left pad of McKim.
And the Chargers keep coming.
Yeah. Kozlowski will shoot it back in on net, and the puck just sitting there in front. Nobody could get control of it. This will come all the way down for icing against the Falcons. So once again, you can kind of feel the energy shift.
Yep.
The Chargers with a lot of pressure here, and McKim's going to have a tough job here for the last 8+ minutes, and the Falcons defense is going to have to keep the Chargers away from the net.
It's been a little under the radar, but Dylan McKim has made 30 saves today. I mean, he has been every bit as good as this Falcons team has needed him to be today. He stopped 30 out of 32 shots.
And not really many of them have been, ridiculous saves, but he's making the routine ones, which is exactly what you need. And there was a good one. Had to readjust there. That puck bouncing around, and that
it should have been an offsides
call. And there it is, late.
All right. Yeah, that was a late offsides call, but they got it right.
So neutral zone face-off. Just to our left, in front of the Falcons bench.
Still plenty of time. 8.5 left. You'd like to get one before about that 3-minute mark, right? Roughly.
And the Chargers back into the zone. Oklopek, and it's kept in at the line. Great job there by the Chargers, but brought back the other way. That was Nicholas Sienna, and now Anderson pushed down behind the net. Falcons looking to set something up. From the blue line, tipped away. Torres can't get it out. And right on net, and a couple of shots.
1, 2,
the Falcons
3.
just pounding away, and finally covered up by Pentra-Costa. And if that doesn't give your teammates some confidence in what you can do for the last couple minutes here, I don't know what does. That was a couple of great saves by Pentra-Costa.
That was 3 shots from in the paint.
They just hammered away. It looked like Samuel Skilgen might have got a couple of shots on him there, and just you can hear the thud off the pads over and over again.
Pentra-Costa did a nice job staying low and taking away the bottom of the net.
Matthew DeGuma has been active on this shift. Samuel Skilgen, both of them have gotten a couple of shots off.
Both goalies now have made 30 or more saves.
Back around behind the net and dumped out of the zone by Samuel Heim. Nicholas Sienna. And he's got Chase Kafka, who will dump it in, and the Chargers will chase. Rolls around for Heim. Goes back out to the blue line, kept in by Sienna, but now back the other way, and great defense by Sienna to pin his man up against the boards, and then a nice move there. Trying for the wraparound off a skate in front, and it'll come out of the zone. That was a great effort.
Evan Holt.
Yeah. And now a hit at center ice, and no call.
Well behind the play, that should have been interference. Should have been interference behind the play. Haim was wiped out back at the red line. And you see Chargers captain right now, Kozlowski, talking to the lineman saying, hey, can't do that.
Call that one,
Yeah, you got to call that. That's a play you got to call. There was no one within 100 feet of either of those two skaters. So the Falcons catch a break.
Interesting alignment, too. 2 captains for the Chargers. Kozlowski and Torres both have the C. So back behind the net for the Falcons. And that's a good stick there as the Chargers look to get it out of the zone. Out in front, right pad save, knocked down. Chesterfield, good stick to knock that puck out of the air and settle it down. Should be icing, and it is. So Falcons starting to get some more offensive zone pressure here in the middle of the third. If you're the Chargers, though, you got to turn that around real quick. You need to get one in the next couple of minutes and set yourself up to pull the goalie with a couple of minutes left and get that, extra man advantage.
The best defense sometimes is a good offense, and the Falcons are doing a nice job keeping the Chargers here over the last couple of minutes out of the offensive end.
Out against the boards, Torres with speed, one-on-one, and a right pad save. Rebound Chargers, Oklopek will have it. Back to Torres, puts one right out in front, and a big hit in front of the net.
Anderson's down.
Anderson is down. That is not good for the Chargers. And the play is going to keep going. Shot wide right by Novak. Anderson going to try to get to the bench here. Still kept in by the Chargers.
I'm surprised they let that play continue, honestly.
Chesterfield with a good effort to keep it in there. And now the Falcons bring it back the other way. Anderson holding his head on the bench. Hopefully he's okay. Bohm dumps it back in. And that's if he's not coming back on the ice, that's a big loss too for the Chargers. He generated a lot of offense and he's played well on the defensive side. In the neutral zone, a fight for the puck. And back in with numbers are the Falcons, going again to that right side, this time blockered away by Pentracosta.
And a hit from behind, and now we're going to get a whistle as James Rafferty will go to the box for that hit from behind. So here's that chance for the Chargers.
Yep, you need to capitalize on this power play. 5:15 left in the third, and you feel like if you can net one, like you said, before that 3-minute mark, you've got a real shot to tie it up.
I'll tell you, this Chargers team certainly isn't playing like a team that's 1-4 on the year. They are hanging with this Falcons team. Frankly, they've outplayed them for large chunks of the third and especially the second period. They just haven't been able to beat Dylan McKim, who's been rock solid.
And you could tell that from looking at the numbers, right? The power play's been good. The PK has been good. The goaltending's been good. They might just not have generated as much offense, especially even strength, as they would have liked on the season. And a nice setup for Novak. He'll go back to Kozlowski, who shoots it on net, and a wide open left side, but nobody home for the Chargers. Novak thought about it. He'll get it back from Anderson, who is back out on the ice. Anderson looking for a shot and a good stick there. Wide right by Augie Bestie, and now we'll have some more extracurriculars.
You got to be careful here if you're the Falcons. You
don't want any more guys in the penalty box.
No. I think we might see some matching.
We might see matching, yep, that would not surprise me. We'll see what we get as a result here. And maybe nobody.
Yeah, no, Hodinger's
going. You have a broken stick, though.
Hodinger's going to the box for the Chargers, so he's going to be the only one, I
believe that's the third time he's been sent to the box today.
I'm surprised that we aren't getting matching there, to be totally honest with you.
So, maybe now we have it. Yeah, there it is.
Okay, yep. Bilby going to the box for the Falcons, so it'll stay 5-on-4. Saw Hodinger go down there first, and I was surprised that with the amount of sticks that were up and hands that were high, that we only had one player going.
So, most likely matching minors here, and the Chargers will still be on the power play. You got both Torres and Anderson out there. Oklopek out there as well. So some of the top scorers on this team out on the ice.
I think that's Novak at the right point as well. He scored a goal a little bit ago.
4-2, Falcons lead, and we'll get the penalties sorted out. We got
so they're going to be 2 Falcons.
Oh wow, okay.
So it's either a 2 and 10, or we're going to have 2 Chargers going to the box too. They're pulling somebody off the bench. They're pulling Lucas Siena off the bench and sending him to the box. So 2 skaters to a side on each side going to the penalty box, which means 5-on-4 still.
We got about as many players in the box as we do on the benches right now.
3 for the Falcons, 2 for the Chargers.
Put together a whole line with those guys. So 4:47 left. Chargers are on the power play.
And they're playing the, you know what this song is?
I wasn't paying attention.
You know what this is from?
It's not ringing any bells.
It's the theme song to the Dukes of Hazzard.
That's pretty good. Good song choice.
Yeah. Well, there's a line in it that says that's just a little bit more than the law will allow.
Exactly.
And I get it. I haven't heard that as a penalty song before, but I can get behind it.
I'm sure if you sat for a while and found all the songs that you could play, I'm sure there'd be some good lines you could get played during some penalty minutes.
We'll go a little Law and Order now. You got to go through the entire. You got to go through the entire repertoire here. As
surely
the officials
there's a whole list.
Yeah, the referee's still trying to sort all this out. So we're gonna have a neutral zone face-off. And now the Chargers coaching staff wants to know why the face-off is in the neutral zone. Yeah. Got an answer. I don't know if he's happy with it, but he got an answer.
Well, the face-off is going to be won by the Chargers. Oklepek will dump it in, and the Chargers will chase. A nest down there with Torres, and now the Falcons will try to bring it the other way, and it's shot all the way down by Samuel Skilgen, played behind the net by Pentra Costa, and now the Chargers will set things up. Looking for a big power play goal with about 4 minutes left. Here comes Torres. Nobody to help him, and he'll turn the puck over, and it's iced.
And you never want to stop right inside the blue line like that on the power play. Get the puck deep. Get it below the net.
Chargers looking to get set back up, and Anderson loses an edge. Thankfully, he's got help there in his own zone. Anderson back to Novak. Novak brings it in. Chargers looking to get set up. Oklepek against the boards, turns it over, and the Chargers have not gotten anything set up yet on this power play. The PK for the Falcons has looked good.
Not letting the Chargers even get set up.
And a nice pass there down the ice. Heim will go up against the boards with it, and now he's got some space. Heim looking in front of the net, and that one kind of just popped up right into the glove of a standing Dylan McKim.
Deflected off a stick. Easy play for McKim, and the power play just about up. 6 seconds left, so Chargers, unless they can score here, will be 1 for 3.
Both teams with 36 shots. 4-2 lead for the Falcons with 3:21 remaining. And the puck will be pushed out of the zone by the Falcons, who will come the other way, and we're back to even strength with just over 3 minutes to go. Kozlowski can't get it out behind the net. Falcons in the corner trying to get some offense going. Back behind the net again. Oklepek. Back out, almost turned away. Puck stopped up against the boards into the far corner. Caden Schloss can't find help, and now a 2-on-2 the other way. Wintringer on the left point looking for help in front. And nothing doing. Chase Kafka, and we're going to have
a hook or a hold or something
going tripping call looks
on
like.
The Falcons on that back side.
And it looks like maybe Nash Eckert going to the box. So another late power play opportunity for the Chargers, who couldn't capitalize on the last one.
Yeah, 2-on-2. They had Kafka on the far side, and Eckert just took him down. And giving another chance to this Chargers power play.
Falcons are giving them the opportunity. We'll see if the Chargers can take advantage of it. We're going to get a timeout so that the Chargers can draw up the power play. And we will step aside for just a second here and be right back. 2:37 left. Chargers trail the Falcons 4-2 here on Stream Sports Midwest. Chargers on the power play, 2:37 remaining. And they're going to get an offensive zone face-off. I think we're once again questioning the positioning of the face-off, but it'll be on the far side in the offensive zone. And that is a great stick on defense by, I believe that is, oh yeah, that's Vincent Wolf.
Yeah,
we haven't called his name yet, and an open net too. A two-man advantage as the Chargers have pulled the goalie.
And now's the chance.
Oklopek back in the corner. Turned over and not kept in. Chargers will have to get back onside. Novak needs some help. He's got Anderson and Kozlowski now. Kozlowski turns it over to Torres. Torres forces his way back behind the net, right in front, and what a save. McKim, somehow that one didn't go in. Another puck stopped right in front, squeaks away. McKim, a couple of big saves. Novak now from the blue line, tip just left, and another right pad save. He got the right skate back just in time. Brought out by the Falcons, tipped wide by Vincent Wolf, and a couple of grade A chances there for the Chargers, who just couldn't get anything to go. And now we have, offsides, yep.
That's still up. It's going to be a penalty, yeah.
And with 1:25, we're going to have
a 6-on-3 for 48 seconds.
Wow. And that's going to be Vincent Wolf going to the box. So now 4 Falcons in the penalty box.
Hey, you got a couple of them standing up.
Yeah.
They've run out of room.
No space on the bench.
I mean, you got to score here, and you got to score in the next. Yeah. Like, you want to, there's 48 seconds left on the penalty, on the first penalty.
And then you've got basically the rest of the game.
Right, so you want to get a goal here in that 48 seconds so that you can stay on the man advantage the rest of the game.
And because they've pulled the goalie, the Chargers will have the 3-man advantage. If they score, it'll go down to a 2-man. Looking for space, right side. Anderson at the point. Left side, Oslowski scoots in front. Can't find anything. Anderson to Wintringer. Blocked again on defense. Just over a minute left. Kept in by Anderson. He's got space. Right side, face-off circle. Wintringer back in front, goes over the net. And it's going to be caught on the back of the net, I believe.
Yeah, as a quick whistle by the referee, and they're throwing this into the neutral zone.
54.5 seconds left. The Chargers, with the pulled goalie, have a 3-man advantage. Just 17 seconds left on that first penalty. And the Falcons will get 1 man back once that runs out. Neutral zone face-off 1. by the Chargers. Anderson will ring it around behind the net. Chargers with possession, looking for the corner, and back out to the neutral zone. Heim will have to reset. 37 seconds left, and the first penalty has run out. Still a two-man advantage with the pulled goalie. 30 seconds left. Chargers looking to score right here, right now. And that one's going to scoop back out, and that might do it. Anderson brings it back in, up against the boards. 17 seconds left. Falcons have it behind their own net. And it's going to go all the way down, and a foot race for it with 10 seconds left. Novak.
Joe, we talked about how good this Chargers power play has been this year. Well, the difference in this game was this Falcons penalty kill. They were 5 for 6 on the PK. They killed off a 6-on-3, 6-on-4 in the final couple minutes, and they win this one 4-2.
4-2 your final. Like you mentioned, the PK rather for the Falcons was the saving grace. Both goalies had fantastic games. 38 saves for McKim, who gets the win, and the go-ahead goal, or the game-winning goal, Michael Clever back in the second period. That'll be all here from your Central State Game of the Week here on Stream Sports Midwest. For Aaron Schellen, my name is Joe Williamson. It's been a pleasure so far this morning. The final 4-2, the Chesterfield Falcons defeat the Northwest Chargers. And we will see you next time. Have a great rest of your Saturday.